Yo, what is up? I forgot to do the whole volume thing where it's like a normal volume and then I bring it down. A up, lad? Yes. Holy shit, that orc is like buff as fuck. Jesus Christ. I wish I could do that. Like, I guess I would cost a lot in clothes, but like, go before bed, like, oh, I need to get changed in my pajamas, and then just flex them off, and then in the morning, wake up by flexing, and then my bed is just ripped in twain. Hello. I'm doing 3D? 3Ds? Oh, ads. Yeah, he pretty strong. Yeah, I noticed. Oh, the secret Dito. The all-seeing Dito. Let me... I hope the scene is set up right.
Squadala, we are off.
Hope this looks like something. I did these. Let me hide this. I did these reference things yesterday. My wife's ex-boyfriend is pretty strong too. Wife's ex-boyfriend? Ex-wife's boyfriend, my bad. I thought your situation changed. Good to hear everything's still the same. Is the music kind of loud? Because it's like, if I bring it down any further, it's just muted. Oh, my system volume is loud. Hopefully the music volume is fine then. But I've been working on a model of this fella. Mine needs to be turned down a smidgen. Well, here I'll smidge it just in case. Thank you. I've not really done this kind of stuff before, especially not on stream, but I'm essentially just going vertex by vertex trying to make a character. So far, check this out. Boom. Now that's what I call pod racing, except for this bit. Now that's what I call pod racing. I think there might be like a seam through the middle of it or something, which is probably not good. Actually, yeah, what the fuck? Why is there like an extra... What? I have no idea what's causing that. That's an issue for me down the line, I'm sure. So I'm not going to bother with it now, because that's a learning experience. I'm going to hopefully be able to do something with all this. I'm pretty much just building out the wireframe. And then if something looks fucked up later, hopefully I'll be able to solve it. We'll see. I'm probably incredibly slow at this, as is, but I'm learning. I'm hoping to be able to animate this character. So hopefully any glaring errors I make in the meantime will not make it so I can't do that. I'm sure there's much easier ways to do this with like I don't know, regular just cubes as opposed to building out vertex, but it is the more tedious but controlled thing to do, I guess. I don't know. Oh, I didn't double up this one. I wanted to have the collar at the front kind of stick up, whereas I think at the back it doesn't really matter that much. A lot of the back is not overly gonna matter too much, I don't think. I say that now, but then I'll come back to this later and be like, wow, this looks like shit. I forgot to select the other one. There we go. If I was making it out of a cube, it would be probably a lot easier on the eyes to see what was happening. I also always forget the rule of like what way do you do your triangles to make them not shade poorly. But I'll figure it out. For example, that is incorrect. That is correct, I think. Because it goes with the contour of it, I guess. I haven't actually like learned necessarily how to do any 3D. The closest I ever got was taking measurements of objects and then attempting to make them in 3ds Max. Which, I don't know, it doesn't feel the same as making a character, I'll say that much. How's it looking? I mean, I brought the neck out quite a bit at the back. I don't think I needed to do that, but we can just kind of round this out, I think. I'm sure there are like rules for the correct way. Oh golly. Bagel Lord, hello. How are you doing? The third. To surpass prior Bagel Lords, you must be scrumdiddlyumptious. You must toast well. How's things? That's okay. These bits might need to come in a bit smoother. 'Tis I, Bagel. 'Tis I, the Bagel Lord, the Lord of Bagels. I'm here. Yes. For sure. I am present. Why do you say? This guy's gonna be fairly round, it would appear. I think that's fine. Oh, thank you. I'm far from a master, but I appreciate the kind words. I was going to be doing a weird Tober drawing because I forgot to finish the one for today. But I can do it some other time. I'm not beholden to time itself. People don't ask me what time it is, so why should I need to know? I believe that's where the phrase "on a need-to-know basis" came from. There was someone who was like, I don't even know that. It was John Miyamoto who said, Mario maybe super, but I'm super duper. We'll go ahead and subdivide this one. That's the nice thing that I've noticed so far about working with 3D. Initially I was like, oh, this whole thing blows. But over time I've realized, no, you can just kind of make more points as you go through. And how's this? That's way off, but that's fine. It's not like I made the reference sheet for a reason. I think so far it looks okay. If I fill it, does it look like ass? No, it looks okay. You can't really tell what's going on because it's all blue, but I tested the faces before. And it looked like it was alright. I woke up shortly before the stream, by the way. Just if my voice seems abnormally raspy or tired, it's probably because it is. You can tell that it's tired by the way it is. What was that? It was the, you can tell it's an aspen tree by the way it is. How neat. I mean, what I'm doing is essentially just building out faces. And hopefully eventually making a character. It would make a lot more sense to block it out. And I am in no way teaching anyone to do anything. And I do not have my working with children's permit, so... Is it a permit? I know you have to do like a course if you wanted to be like a legal guardian essentially of children. Well, not legal guardian. I guess there's plenty of them who aren't great at their job, but okay. Very weird end gone situation on a lot of this, but it's alright. Doesn't matter. Surely this whole experience won't come back to bite me in the ass. Alright, I think I'm on to the actual shoulder now. So I'm gonna start getting an idea of this. I'm sure this is fine. Yeah, there's no reason not for it to be fine, right? I'm putting in a lot more faces than I thought I would, I'll be honest. I kind of assumed I was gonna end up with something very low poly whenever I started. I'll go ahead and do that one. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at the way that splits the shape. Wow. Look at that. I'm creating three-dimensional shapes out of thin air. Like some sort of like a god of some sort. I want to have like this edge. I do want to be kind of weird. What is this witchcraft? To form matter of nothing? What do you mean? It's simply impossible. Yes. I shouldn't be getting all worked up over these bits when like the majority of the body is informed, but I also feel like I fucked up by drawing the arm going behind the torso. I didn't actually get one separate drawing of the arm, so that kinda sucks. For reference, let me show you what I attempted to do before. So I basically just did the same thing, but didn't flesh anything out. And then I made the arms, and I was like, oh shit, they're like disappearing into the torso. So I had to grab them and rotate them out. And like it's a workable silhouette, I guess. But really just looks like I redid my line art, but with vertexes. So instead we're making with cubes, and by cubes I mean one cube. I want to fix the head at some point, but that means figuring out where the ears go. It was just like somewhere around here, but also somewhere around here. So I'm not sure. I'll get to that at some point. As with everything. Ooh. I'm all out of sorts here. I I remember one of the reasons why I was like, oh yeah, I'll stream first thing in the morning. I woke up and I had a joke in my head, but now I don't remember what it was, and I didn't put any effort into trying to remember. But I was like, I woke up, I had this like bit, and I was like, oh, that's really funny. Fuck. And then I immediately forgot it. So that's cool. I bet that's a really cool story. It just like poof vamoose out of my brain. Oh fuck, right. For some reason, I think it's like the clipping or merging or something, one of my settings in the mirror modifier, all of the things that are like on the axis of the origin, all of the vertexes, I just can't move them beyond the origin. So this vertex here, I cannot for the life of me move it along the X along the X-axis, because it's being mirrored across the X-axis. Awesome stuff. Oh, is that the same orc fella? Damn. This guy gets around, huh? Not in a bad way. I can see why. He's a great looking guy and all, you know? Whoa, what the fuck? Holy shit. Is ballroom dancing, but he's throwing something around? He also dances. He's got it all. He, like... How can you compete? In today's climate, not to get political, but how can you compete with an orc? You know? I'm gonna just like stick to. Should I just leave a massive hole for the arm? It's a toss emote, but I use them in tandem with the dance one. I thought it was part of the whole dance. I'm not gonna lie. It rolled off the tongue, but like from my eyes, it rolled off my eyes. It became part of my vision and then fell out of it. I'm a big fan of that one gif of the like cat breakdancing in Sims. I was wanting to do like rotoscoping over it. Yeah, that one. Holy shit. Adam, that was like that was fucking perfect. I was wanting to do rotoscoping over it, but I could never like see the details. I know there's a similar gif of like a guy breakdancing, but he has like a flare coming out of his ass or something. And that's awesome. It just worked out. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave like a void where the arm comes out. And then I'll come back in with an appropriate A pose. That's fine. And we'll just kind of focus on the torso, I guess. Because I may have inadvertently fucked myself. Which you never want to do. You always want to be aware when you're fucking yourself. Of sound mind. Of body and mind fucking yourself. I should just be looking at the reference, but I think I'm more just like placing the things in 3D space at the moment, and I can fix it later. I bet. 100% I can fix it later. It's fine. I want there to be fold in fabric around here, so. Whoa. Wait, the Sonic Caterpillar? Fuck yourself intentionally. That's an aspirational quote to live by. You gotta fuck yourself intentionally to be able to get out of that rut. Let me subdivide this again. I keep looking down at my keyboard as if I'm gonna suddenly remember shortcuts by just looking at my keyboard. It's not gonna happen. Awesome. Forgot about the classic. Classic, you can't move that. Oh, a silly fella? Hold on. Best I can do is a smart fella. A fart smella. I had a neat emote combo from a random gift sub, but it's ended now. Damn. You hate to see that. So what character is this? This is like my fella. I don't know how else to describe him. He's my character thing, original character. He's here. This is not modern Jello, unfortunately. No. Let me find a silly fella. Go to my. I'll just delve into my downloads folder real quick. I got this one. This is what happens when you don't drink milk. Yes, you turn like a light blue. This guy, that's the guy. It's that guy, but with X's over his eyes. This is my OC, but also just me. There you go. I don't know if this is. I've never had like an OC working title OC. It seems like this image isn't allowed to be imported for some reason, which is weird. I think the name I had for this character was FreeLoader. Never really came up with much else beyond that, so I gotta do some scrolling to find this image, the original. This image. Get OBS back in here. I have to fucking sift through my screenshots folder. This is gonna take a while. Please have a bear with you at all times. I think it's this one. Yeah. I just drop this in. There we go. There's a guy. It's a silly guy. Did you have any preference of where he goes, P3? Or just kinda... Or silly fella, sorry. Somewhere silly. Alright. Let me... How's this? Namaste. But does he like bagels? I haven't the chance to ask him personally. I haven't had the chance. Would you say a characteristic of a silly fella is liking bagels? Or bagels like a serious snack? A serious nutrition, a no-nonsense nutrition. Depends on the bagel. Yeah. I don't want to be a grass, but I heard sesame seed bagels going around for sale. You didn't hear it from me. It's sesame seeds, right? A vegan fella. There you go. Heard it here first. This is like a lot more detailed than I thought it was gonna be. You can tell just by the face alone. I didn't really plan on doing much with this. I don't know if I have to do like each vertex individually, you know? It's grown in proportions for sure. Like as I'm filling in edges, I'm not sure. As I'm edging, there's no need to beat around the bush. The bush cannot be beaten around. I'm not sure if I can like press fill and then just shift press fill, or if I can even just like go crazy and fill that, you know? I'm not about to learn. Who do you think I am? Wait. Yes, dude. Jack off. Good job. Yes. Yes, dude. Are we just getting... No, we're not just getting the same song over and over. I don't know if that's like a compliment or a disservice to Dose One, but you can kind of just like tell. I'm probably really fucking up the name. Those are all from the same channel, added at entirely different points. That's incredible. Let me... You're telling me jacking off. Jacking off, you're telling me was not like you... Once you upload Jack, you're like, well, hold on. I gotta, you know? It would be rude not to. We're gonna really fuck it up here. What? Alright. Is the point where the person gets desperate and wants to make it so that there's less work to do down the line. It's a classic. Jackpot, and all bets are off. You know what? I've been proven wrong. I've been proven you can have the word Jack in an emote without the next emote being off. Maybe I'm just not a gambler at heart, you know? I gotta get my debt up and not my cred up. Debit or credit? I don't know. The joke's not coming to me today. I'll receive a letter in the mail about it eventually. Wow, like halfway down the front of the torso. Gotta be debt maxing before the dollar collapses. You gotta be debt maxing before the dollar is worth one egg. One, just, not even like a chicken's egg, just any egg. Just, the dollar is worth new life. If anything, that's a lot more than what the dollar is worth right now. Thank you for the dollar, Adam Hart Adam. Sorry, oh, never mind, that's an egg. My bad. My bottle got like crazy discoloration on it from the various gamer juices. That's what they call it these days, by the way. That have gone into it. Do you think when designing like a shaker bottle, do you think people like intentionally design the logo so that it's visible no matter what way the person drinks it? Because that's free marketing. Yeah, that kind of gamer juice. That's the you gotta shake them up. Shaker, I hardly know her. Shaker, not stirred. I should like just try and not laugh uncontrollably at something. Just once. Just give it a go, you know? It's gonna look really ass. It doesn't look as ass as initially expected. It doesn't look the worst. I think that's my first +2. That's God's first +2. I want to genuinely get better at not laughing as easily, at least at my own jokes, because I feel like I ruin jokes by laughing too soon. I got that giggle in me. I don't know what to tell you. It just kind of takes over. Is there a song I got that rhythm in me? Because if there is, imagine that, but I hit my microphone occasionally. We're creating kind of like a zone around the boy. This is like the sub pit zone. The beneath pit zone. I shouldn't have said sub pit. Oops. Sub pit is phonetically very close to submit. Like when you should give your taxes in. I know how the world works. I too do taxes and reform and investing. Yes, investing. Whoa. The boy sub pit zone. You don't wanna spend too long in there. It's a dangerous place. I should probably fix the back of it at some point, but we've got kind of the basis of the shape here. It's very, very rough. All squares. Oops, all squares. Only quads here. Let's get a rough shape of the hoodie pocket. Oops, a boy. I've created a boy. I've created my boy. That's likely. You know, some people tell me some people been saying that. That's all. People do be saying that. Wow, holy shit. Maybe it's true. If people are telling you too, they might be onto something. These people. Those boys, they're demons. Did I eyeball the size of this pocket or not? I care not to toot my own horn. But it was pretty close. This is smaller, but also the hoodie as a whole is smaller than the front. Do I prefer the size of the hoodie at the front or the side? I think the front is funnier. You may notice the character reference images vastly different. The reference images are not on reference. It's not on character at all. Or on model. On model. That's some industry language. For the next time you're talking about like a house. For reference suggestions. Yeah. They're just in case you wanted to have an idea of the vibe. Vibes-based blueprinting. It's another thing you should bring up next time you're talking to a contract worker. How much vibes-based blueprinting went into this? And did you get the vibes checked? You had a guy come in and check the vibes. That's good. Oop, camera. I'd like an organic, free-range, vibes-based house, please. I like adding free range onto a house. Is a free range house a barn? Or is that not how that works? I think it's a mobile home. You know what? You're right. When you're right, you're right. I bet people tell you that. Hello, yes. Okay. I think we have like a rough idea of how the body be going. Fuck. Yo! Hold on. Don't nuke him yet. Let's hear him out. Hold on. He could be onto something here. We got treat. Fuck. I already fucked it. I fucked it. Get rid of him. Kick him. Get him the fuck out of here. Ban his ass. Yeah, it's nothing personal, you know. I messed up what I was gonna say, and therefore you took the blame. There's no hard feelings between me and that very real human being who typed that message. Worst possible outcome. We're in the bad timeline. I don't know what to tell you. Shit's been downhill. Me when I build my outhouse at the top of a hill. I'll come back. I'll come back to that one, I'm sure. Just like all the other jokes, I'll 100% come back to that one. We'll do a peer review on it. When I bring the manure up the hill, shit's been downhill. Me when the sewage tank is at the bottom of an egress. Shit's been. Is it strange to think of all containers as bins? And I'm not. My brain wants to go. It's been, and do a little musical number. That's not gonna happen. Just so you're aware. I was asked by the board not to do any musical numbers. I think a bin needs a lid. Oh. Is this? Maybe this is like a cultural difference. Hold on, I need to Google a word before I say it. Never mind. It doesn't apply. I was gonna say like a cultural thing or an ecumenical matter. But it wouldn't be. I forgot that's about churches. The bin board, yeah, I had to look up. I had to the bin board. They were like, hey, no more of that, all right? No more feck acting. We might. You don't know. Look, everything's going okay so far. But when shit hits the fan, that's when the bin board needs to get involved. The bin board like stops it from hitting the fan. That's the idea. What the fuck happened? Okay, never mind. I hit that single vertex. So what happens when you're going too fast up the hill? I mean, worst case scenario, you could perhaps slip and fall. And again, worst case scenario, you might eat shit. But I don't think we need to get into specifics. Unless you need me to break it down. In which case, my beat making is a separate fee. I'm not enjoying all of my jokes today. No, I can do it. All right, chill. I didn't know he could do it like that. Is that? No, that is the character I know. Is it? No. The emote is called Hutch. I don't even know what character I was thinking of, if I can be completely honest. But I was looking at it and I was like, that? No way. Jonathan? You know? My gosh. It's been years. My son, he has returned to me in a breakdancing emote. He's come back. Bah. You don't want to do that. Oh, the blue pit boy. Alright, yeah. I never, I think I already kind of said this. I've never had like an OC, and I don't understand it, but I'm sure it makes sense. Maybe my fella is an OC. Like people were just like. People were popping the, sorry for cursing, the fucking shit off with OCs, and I didn't get it. I didn't know what it meant. I assume it's just your own character, which makes a lot of sense. I hate to say it. You hate to see it making sense. Said sorry for cursing, and I was like, wait, you haven't cursed? I always felt like OC was it was related to like if you draw something based off of another piece of media. Like if I draw my own character in the Sonic universe, that's an OC. That's always what my brain assumed. But I guess, you know, aren't we all our own OC at the end of the day? You know? Maybe that's just how we were made. I hated that. Yeah. Ah, lore. Okay. See, that's where I'm missing out. That's where the market is. I don't even know if this looks correct anymore. I think it's alright. Never mind. Price is averted. Ooh. I played some neat games recently. You guys ever heard of a game where you flip a coin? You guys, first of all, have you guys ever heard of coins? They're like eggs. It's kind of like currency. I've been playing a lot of games about coins. All right, no worries, Adam. Have a good night. Sleep well. Gonna go for broad, sweeping polygons here. Really give this character some edge, some of that ow the edge of beloved character Shadow the Hedgehog. It's not improbable that by the time that I finish this, it looks nothing like the idea I had in my mind. That could be part of the charm, you know? I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Oh, fuck. I don't know how the hell I just did that. I feel like I just like pressed the fill button on a single vertex and it made it try. That seems illegal. Okay. I mean that's looking quite a bit like a piece of clothing. See how fucked up it looks like with the faces applied. It's not entirely fucked up. And it has the folds that I was trying to get in there. Maybe I'm kind of understanding how 3D works. It's probably still not great, but wait. Wait, hold on. One of the numbers in Twitch Studio changed. Oh, it's Bagel followed. Jesus. I was like, how did one of them get by? How did one of them sneak by me? I wasn't really planning on going for so super long. I think I'll keep going for a little bit more. Let me get rid of faces so we can get back to business. This kind of square 2 vertex band goes around them the whole way. I don't want to make it suddenly a face, so fucking don't do that. What the fuck? What the fuck? I think I forgot to get rid of them whenever I accidentally extruded. Okay. I was terrified. You could probably see it on my face. I had a look of pure terror. I want the like bottom part of the hoodie as well to come out. This is the character was drawn when I wore a very similar hoodie pretty much all the time. Except it had a design on the back. It was Zelinski's Music for Sad People. Which was also, I think, my alarm at the time. Like, just my default phone alarm. I've noticed that in 3D, somehow the edge of the hoodie has gone up, whereas basically personified hoodie, yeah, more or less. But it was like a light pink, similar-ish to the tone of that. Not really. I picked a random color that looked kind of like pink whenever I did this color ref, but the original was as closely selected to the actual color of the hoodie. And I still have that hoodie to this day, as if I was going to get rid of clothes. I think I still have like, oh yeah, whenever I ordered that hoodie, I got, another thing, I ordered something else, like a crew neck, or whatever the fuck the word is, a sweater. I got a sweater as well, and it said on the site that it would go, that it had, it was like 3XL was the largest size that they had. And at the time, I fit comfortably into a 3XL. I think I was able to fit a 2XL, not very comfortably. And I ordered it. I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna have this really cool hoodie. It had robots playing golf on it. It's in my cupboard somewhere. It's in my wardrobe somewhere. And it arrived, it was a 2XL, but like not a comfortable fit 2XL. And I contacted support, did not get anything. Anyways, this is my story of how I realized that sometimes the support email just goes back to nothing. Most of the time. I hope that isn't the case for the merch store. Now that I think about it, I think I have an old thing. Let me. Like I have a chat command, but I never updated it. Go sort that out. Oh, never mind. There's some dumb some dumb commands. I think I made a shop command for the Dragon D's Dice merch shop a while ago, whenever we had like a deal on, and I was worried that the text of the command was still about that old deal. Let me change how this is going. Something like that. Maybe. Yeah, that could work. I like saying yeah, that could work, but only whenever I don't really know if something could work. It's my personal favorite time to say it. Fun fact about this stream so far. It's very early. I've laughed very loudly a couple times. I'm worried that I may have woken someone. But also, I started streaming because I was like, well, if I wait until like 7:30, the local shop will probably have like the hot food counter filled with breakfast things. And then I can have breakfast. So the idea was that I was just gonna stream for a bit to pass the time. It doesn't really work. We can kind of pull these in a bit. The idea is that the kind of out part on the side here kind of goes into an in part here, and then there's just like a little bit in the back. I don't know how clothes work. Never worn them in my life. There's a lot of vertexes there, Jesus. I'm gonna do something kind of dumb. sure exactly why I wanted to do this. I just wanted to make sure that there was like actual depth in the pocket, you know? Making sure that doesn't cross over, yeah. Cool. Maybe that works? Looks like it does. I should probably double up. Yeah. See, the edges are going through, actually. It's coming in a little hot. I should have really created an extra edge here and then connected to it so that I could change the thickness of the whole pocket, but for now that's fine. It also doesn't really matter as long as I can get this here to play nicely. Which I don't think I can for some reason. I'm gonna have to go ahead and double up that wall before I connect these. Edge. Thank you, camera. Sorry for the edging on camera. There we go. How do I want to do this? I guess I'm pretty much just taking these and then like insetting them a bit. Right? Yeah. If I extrude them, scale them. That works, I guess. It's not the most elegant solution, but it's something. Ad break coming up. Feels like my voice has changed like multiple times throughout this stream, by the way. I've entered the tired stage. That is, I mean, this bit looks like shit, but other than that, get rid of faces again. I'm pretty much just messing around with this until I don't see any like weird bits poking out. Looks okay. Might be some weirdness with some of these, but for the most part it looks alright. What is happening here? That's annoying. Why is that happening? I cannot figure out how to make this work nicer. Something like that, maybe. That's a bit better. It'll do. It's one of the things I don't like to do is like in setting a section or like faces usually as a whole, because it usually fucks up something down the line. If this does cause something to be fucked up, I can just go in, remove those. Because I imagine that might be kind of hell to do weight painting on. And I really did not do myself any favors with it, I'll be honest. So far, I think this is pretty good. We're almost at like an hour and a half. I think I'm gonna call it quits then. At an hour and a half. For now, let me see if I can do some quick circle, I guess. Let's see if I can turn. Yeah, see there is a face that goes in on the inside there. That's annoying. Oh yeah, there's a face missing here. That's weird. I don't know why that's doing that. I might have filled in the face wrong, or like these vertexes might have been extruded at a different point or something. Whoops. How do I deselect? Where even is the center of this? What's up here? Right? No? Oh no, it's down in the torso? Where the fuck is this? Is it the entire thing? Am I crazy? What the fuck? Fuck. Okay. Anyway, we want to fill the color of the hoodie in to give us an idea of what it looks like. Okay, I'm clicking all the wrong bits here. Still so confused about where this face is. I don't think that face exists. Maybe it's because there's like a cavity in it or something. They're so bizarre to me. So because I've like selected certain edges and things, it is creating a face here throughout the whole thing. I don't know. Something like that. I'll get this one. Nope. Oh. Fuck. I guess I can just fill this. Let's sign this hoodie pink. That's an idea. Once we get closer to the final thing, I'll actually spend more time on making sure that everything's correct and the colors are correct and things. For the time being, this is decent. I'm looking forward to figuring out how I'm gonna do the face. It seems like it's gonna be hell. And seeing what parts of this break whenever I try and put bones in it. Seeing more edges coming out. Anyway, thank you folks for coming by. It was a lot of fun. Thank you Bagel for following, by the way. It's good to see from you. And Gladiator, you've been followed for a little bit. It was good chatting.